they had a weave fight in Texas. Now I don't know what's the guy's name. Jonathan.
Jonathan Wright.
Jonathan Wright. So this guy Jonathan Wright is a celebrity hairstylist, and I think he was supposed to be opening up a store in Texas. And his grand opening, he was giving out free bundles of free hair. And if you look at this video, it's a bunch of women out here, black women, because my personal belief, I don't like black women that don't wear their natural hair, but there's other people that find it attractive. I don't personally do, because I think there's some type of psychology there that's weird when you got to put a different texture hairstyle on your head that doesn't grow out of your head. Now I get it. Y'all gonna say white people wear weave too, but you get my point. I'm talking about the people wearing a different texture hairstyle that grows out your head. A white woman gonna still put hair in her head that looks like her hairstyle. When you got to perm it, dye it. I hate the whole my hair used to be longer till my mama permed it in the 6th grade. Shut your ass up. Like, you sound crazy as hell. So like I said, that's just my personal belief. I like a more natural woman, not a lot of makeup, not a lot of no lashes. You can still be girly, get your fingernails did and stuff like that. But I think it's weird when we have these women out here fighting to look different, to make themselves look different.
And I don't like the white people do it rebuttal. I hate that. White people eat medium rare steaks. You ain't finna eat no motherfucking medium rare steak.
Right.
Like, it's crazy, but you'll see it in this video.
You can play that next video for us.
A few moments later.
A crowd at Hair Galleria Beauty Supply's grand opening got out of control this morning, erupting into chaos after pepper spray was sprayed into the crowd.
Well, what we saw this morning was a grand opening crowd that just got out of control after people camped out in this parking lot overnight. But the latest update from fire marshals is that Hair Galleria Beauty Supply will be closed for at least the next 8 weeks until they secure the proper permits.
They had tents, they had their chairs, they had blankets, they were sleeping in the car.
Wright has about 2.3 million followers on Instagram and has famously styled Houston native Meg Thee Stallion and award-winning R&B artist SZA. About 14 hours ago, he advertised $300 to $400 wigs, $4,000 in cash, and other items being given away to the first shoppers that could make it to the store. These posts drew the initial crowd. Social media videos show hundreds of people inside of the store and over 500 people camping overnight in the store's parking lot, waiting for the grand opening the next day and the promise of more free items. After the crowd got out of control, police were called for a disturbance and for calls for heat exhaustion. Everyone that needed help was treated on the scene and it was cleared. The fire marshal then arrived and said the owner did not have the proper occupancy permits and closed the place down.
I feel like if they had like the proper structure, like, form the lines, like the barricade and stuff, then it would have went smoother.
It was babies out here dying from pepper spray.
I'm telling you, like, bro, you have 500 people out there camping overnight
for some goddamn weed,
for some hair.
Now ask yourself, with school starting,
I was just about to say, go ahead.
School start tomorrow, right? Well, I see it.
For some people, yeah. Trey start back Monday.
Okay, so for a lot of people going back to school tomorrow, are you going to have 500 parents, mothers specifically, in front of these schools, making sure their kid get in there safe, meet the teachers, make sure their day goes by well and positive?
No,
probably not.
Hell no. You'll be lucky if you get 500 parents in the city collectively checking on their children like they're supposed to.
Even when you see, and not to try to get back to it, but like with another part of this conversation where they ruled no cell phones, the amount of parents I see that are just advocating for these kids to have these cell phones, fucking child got a 1.6 GPA.
With a cell phone.
What is the importance? We operated with just fine with no cell phones. Right. If something happened, you call the office, I need you, hey, come to the office, whatever the case may be. This attachment to these cell phones, and I had to catch myself. I had to throw this motherfucker. I'm on it just scrolling, looking at stuff just hours.
Right.
And I'm like, man, hell no.
So yeah, that's the thing is y'all will do all of this for hair and to look a certain type of way, but y'all don't put this type of, you know, veracity into your children's education, your children's health, the well-being. Y'all don't do any of this. And that's the part that got me, because I can see all these women out there, and I guarantee you about 75% of them got children.
Why is weave such a like? And I see I seen chicks. I gotta use bust down 613, whatever the fuck. You gotta boil it, you know, put it in the freezer, saran wrap it. You gotta do all these things. Like what is the obsession? I can't understand.
One of the things I hated about when I did date chicks that wore weave is women that clubbed a lot, especially going to smoke.
You can smell it.
Ooh, that shit stinks so bad. I hated this. Oh, that shit right here, the head pat shit. Oh, bro, that shit, that's like a turn off to me. Like, I know that your shit stank up under there. You been had this hair in it for this long. Like, come on, dog. Like, no.
I used to date and like, you know, she spent the night, you know, she want to sleep on your arm, cuddle up.
Yeah.
I'm like, man, you need to put a bonnet on or something. Like, this shit, it make my arm itch. Yeah. Like Easter basket grass.
Yeah.
Like, I'm like, what is the, because if you, let's say, but you know, the rhetoric is that I'm not wearing this for you. Like, the women say they not doing it for the men.
They don't want to seem like a broke bitch.
So you think it's just accessory that people can identify, like a Rolex or
yeah, it's the same thing. Like when they be talking about we not competing with each other, but then they get out here and fight over the weed so we can get the weed. Y'all always compete with each other. A lot of times women are wearing these things like they talking about the BBL. We don't do it for y'all, but you want to get a bigger BBL than the next chick because you see the attention that she got. Same thing with the hair. Now you talking about the different type of bust downs, the wedding wavy, this type of Brazilian, whatever the names of shit. Like you want to have those type of things to say that, hey, I'm flexing on you. I'm flexing on you. And so you want to feel like you flexing on another chick. So that's why you want to have the weave or the bust down. That's why when you look at chick, you got to think about it. Girls' hair used to stop shoulder length. Now you got your hair and your braids down past your ass now. Like I'm showing you, because you know a girl's gonna say it costs more money to get your hair done this long with your braids and all that.
But I remember being in school, like a few chicks used to have long hair, even going up to college. Like long hair.
Real hair?
Yeah, they're real hair. It'll stop to their middle age back and even further than
that. If you take care of it and your mom no permanent in 6th grade.
Yeah.
But the idea, like, I don't know, like I think I'm gonna be honest. I don't think a lot of women are taught how to take care of their real hair.
But putting a weave in it ain't taking care of it either. But you know they got the thing called protective styles.
That's what they say, but that's why they do. I think a lot of women do it, like they're braiding it down and then putting it on there. It's like you just, you know, it's like I can get up and go type shit.
But if I'm always wearing protective style, okay, I'm protecting my hair, but I ain't never showing it.
Right.
So it don't make sense.
You say protective, but then it don't grow. It don't look healthy. It's uneven. You don't get it cut. You don't give it time to air out. None of this type of stuff. Like those are the things that's why when we have these conversations about the stuff that a lot of women do say, we got to take it with a grain of salt, because you say one thing but do another.
And then they say a lot of these, you know, weave and styles have cancer-causing chemicals in it.
They just like a month ago, I think they said on the news somebody was getting sued because they said one of their weaves, one of them hair packs or something was causing cancer.
Yeah.
And then they said back in the day, you remember did the good hair, Chris Rock?
Oh, yeah.
Did the good hair, and they said the stuff to make your hair, relax your hair, was causing cancer and stuff.
Yeah.
So it's a lot of stuff that we do as people that kind of makes you wonder the psychology or the mindset behind it. Because it's like, bro, like I don't understand why. Because I women that get upset with me, they're like, oh, you talk about black women. I'm like, what you talking about? You talk about black women, you must don't like black women. I say, well, you got that shit in your head. Let's talk about how you don't like being a black woman. Let's talk about that, because if we having a real conversation, who more at fault right here? Because when I wake up and go bald head or not, if I got to, you know, all this on me natural. Yeah. But you got the nerve to talk about looks. You ain't got lashes. You got your fingernails. You can contour your nose, especially the hotel women. The hotel women always talk about Africa. Look at the nose on the Sphinx. But then every time you see them, they contour their nose a little more European. Come on now. Now you look totally different when I wake up with you in the morning than when I see you in the club last night. Your hair different. You got your accessory, and y'all all wearing the same uniform. Now you got your shit slicked down in the front, the damn what the shit, your edges and shit. Come on now,
baby hairs.
babe, the quote unquote
They
baby
say a
hair.
baby has like a 6-pack, like some socks. Like, I mean, like I look at she wake up, I got 3 left, like out of pack. Like what?
3 left.
That's crazy. I just can't understand I get it, the aesthetic, because I can see it on social media when I look at a lot of women. They're very similar, very similar from their face and the makeup style. And like I said, I used to be a fly on the wall, like girlfriends, they got their friends, she got her friends over, they all doing the makeup. I'm in the, chilling, I'm drinking, listening, and I'm hearing, oh, that's do my ombre lips.
Yeah.
Or do my what my concealer at? Or I'm paying attention and soaking this up. Like, oh, that's concealer. Oh, that's the secret weapon.
Yeah.
See, I'm thinking it's the foundation. Nah, it's the concealer. Because the concealer is what gives the woman a youthful look under the eyes. And I'm like, oh, okay, that's why I'm like, she freaking out. What my concealer? What my concealer? I'm like, what the hell? Like, it's melee. It's crazy. Like, I said, what the hell is up with this concealer? Like, it makes sense now.
Yeah, like it's and that goes back to competition.
It's the competition.
It's the competition. Now you got to do, but some of them, I don't know if they do the flash test. Like you sometimes before y'all go out, y'all need to take a picture to make sure your face.
Oh
matches
man,
your
oh, yeah,
some of y'all be casket sharp with that makeup, be looking to be all so different colors. So baby, you gotta hit your neck. Hit your neck. Oh, I done seen a chick. I done seen a chick. I done seen a chick with black ass ears.
Hey, we talking about that. I said, "Be them ears extra crispy, ain't it, bitch?
The ears be black as hell.
Be them ears fried hard, ain't it, bitch?
Be like she got a Jason mask on. Why your ears?
We got them ears fried hard.
Oh no, like this is, bro. This is shit we gotta
Be them ear cages, ain't it, bitch?
And then they had the nerve to tell us talk about ugly. Come on, bro. Like I'm just think about, like I said, the psychology to put some shit on.
But, and this is not to beat up. Like I love black women. I do all shades. And what I'm telling you, what I notice, I hear a lot of, when I go out natural with none, that's when I get hit on the most. Well, I'm like,
bitch.
Well, if I get the better results in this,
But they already told us they don't do it for us.
but they do. When you got to make that a point, when you got to acknowledge and make a post and make a conversation about the type of attention and the men you get, you kind of are saying you do it to a degree.
But if you say I get more attention when I'm kind of like more natural plain Jane, but when I see you most of the time, let's say you 25, 75, when you did up more, you're not really doing it for the men, you're doing it for the females.
But when I say that, when she used the word more, so she ain't saying she don't get attention when she made up. She said more, which, and we know a lot of times more equal.
But if you're saying more, but you don't do to get more, then that means you don't do it for the men. If I say I'm doing it more when I get more attention when I'm playing Jane compared to when I did all the way up, then that lets me know if you're doing it 75% of the time you did up, you don't really care about getting that attention more because you know what I'm saying? You care more about the competition with the other chick. That's why I say when it comes to the BBLs, when we see all these girls wearing all these the quote unquote waist shape. My granny called it a girdle back in the day, but she used to wear girdles. You know what I'm saying? So they are competing with each other. That's why I say the hair down to the ass, who got the longer braids, who got the longer hair, who hair look more natural. I get so tired of now. I can see the screen door in your shit. I don't want to see the mesh appeal. I don't want to see your screen though. I don't want to see it. Then y'all don't even blend. I be watching these videos. They be doing they put the cone right there in the middle. They try to spray it, try to make it look like they real scalp. That shit still don't blend well.
What you said some earlier in the stream, you said you got to you listening to it, but you know it's bullshit.
Yeah.
Because it's another conversation where I think this went viral where the woman was saying men was having a request, hey, if we're going to date, could you not wear makeup? And the woman created a conversation saying, well, you don't ever let a man see you not made up. Like, why you want to see me without makeup?
Yeah, because I think Jesse Wu had went viral talking about some it's because you're not used to a bad bitch or you trying to bring me down or some shit she was trying to say. Basically, you couldn't afford her lifestyle, what she was trying to say. Yeah. And some of that is true. Let's be clear.
What you mean?
Because sometimes some men will see a woman and if she's up her up.
Oh yeah.
I know I got to deal with that. Right.
Yeah,
I know I do know I have to deal with that. I do know you got to get your hair did. It's gonna cost this much. Your makeup, you know, your facials, your nails, your body, your massage. Like I understand the upkeep that you come with. So some men will say, I don't want to deal with that. So they ain't got the money to deal with. So some of that is true, depending on the man. But for the most part, I think men understand like what kind of product I'm gonna get when you wake up in the morning, who I'm gonna get when you walking around the house more. Like that's what I want to see. I don't, because if you only attractive to me when you did up, then what is that saying about both of us? Because we both live in a lie. I'm out here telling you cute, but only when you did up. That don't make sense.
I got a controversial take.
What?
Which may explain because you know you got this male loneliness epidemic. I think you got females really, because you got circle of friends, then they got a secret roster where a lot of women are dealing with 3 to 4 guys or maybe more at any given time. They can have, you know, some company or whatnot. But when you look at the rate at which, like I studied how, and we talked about this Breaking Bad.
Yeah,
I can look at, you know, at a woman's social media or just out, and you can kind of tell it's pre-breakup, and I call it Breaking Bad, to where now you got women leaving the relationships at such a high pace. I think it rests, or it's an underlying issue of being insecure with this man seeing me in my natural state, and he ain't reacting to me in the way that I want the reaction in my made up state. So to avoid not feeling secure, I just rather leave him and be single, and that way I can deal with men on my time. That means whenever I want to see you, I can go and get my makeup done. I can go and get this, and I can have you pay for it.
I don't know how I feel about that.
Again, this is my just a
theory, because like I said, I think for the most part in a relationship, I think people want to have a position of rest in a relationship. So being having to be dead up all the time for your man to find you attractive will be kind of disheartening. But like I said, I know a lot of men actually get with women because of how they did up. Right? So your bitch a bad bitch only when she got makeup on, but that's when most people see her. When you go out to the club, dinners, church, all these places, she did up. So when people see you with your girl, you still get the pat on the back. But you know when she take that shit off, she looking like Jabba the Hutt.
But is that's gonna change the mood though, right? Are you gonna?
But see, the fantasy, the idea, it gets what I want. Like a lot of men look for, like they said, the sports fishermen. Some men are get low budget fish, but it's still a sports fish. You know what I'm saying? It may not be the big whale where you got a bad bitch that can come out the shower still looking like an 8. She might be a 6 coming out the shower, but she did up. She might be an 8, 8.5, because like I said, with contour and all the different type of stuff they can do, hair and shit, body, put the girdle on. She got her uniform on now.
When you take weave, so what I would ask this: what's the scale jump from women that, because we seen those crazy transformations?
Yeah.
What's the average scale jump you think that a woman goes from no makeup, natural hair, etc., to the weave, the makeup, and all this? Like,
I'm the wrong person to ask for that.
I'm want to know what
I'm the wrong person, because I don't. To me, I never think a woman is attractive doing that. I'm never. I'm going to look at a woman. This is how I judge women all the time. It's freshly, no makeup, and they real hair. That's what attracts me most. Most of all the people I've ever dated, except for my last ex before my wife, she wore weave, but for the most part, she didn't wear makeup and shit like that. But she was kind of like, she bald.
I'm gonna ask Ashanti. When you see a lot of women, what do you think that you know from their natural state? What is the usual scale? Like you don't even have to gauge how you think they look, but just confidence level. From natural, no weave, no makeup, to okay, I got all this done. My energy is this now. Now that we finna go to the club, is it going from a 6 to a 9? Is it 5 to a 7? Is it 6 to a 8? What's the average jump from no makeup, natural, to the makeup and all that?
I have 2 opinions. Okay, the first opinion is gonna be like that extreme. You know what I mean? Like they got the makeup on and they looking like a 10. And they got no makeup on, they look like a 3.
Okay.
You know what I mean?
Okay.
I feel like that is a particular makeup girl, right? I don't think that's a norm.
That's birthday makeup. That's what I call it.
It could be birthday makeup. It could be just like what you guys, like you see us at the club, you see us at church, you see us here, and she looking real good. But when we get home, she ain't got no eyebrows, she ain't got no lashes. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I do think that would be an extreme jump. You know, like she feel like a 10. That's why every time she leave the house, she goes to the gas station, she goes to the grocery store, she go to check the mail, she wake up in the morning and she finna lounge around the house, but she gonna have some form of makeup on, right? That's gonna be that extreme jump. That's probably like a 3 to a 8. Or,
Damn.
you know what I mean?
That's a lot.
Something like that. Yeah, because there are some women that use it to cover up some insecurities. They may have post hyper pigmentation. They may not have
Cigarette
eyebrows. Cigarette burns, I guess. You know what I mean? Like they can have a lot of different things. Now, like for me personally, I feel like I try to do my makeup in a more natural state. You know what I mean? Like I do use concealer and all those things that you guys mentioned, but I feel like when people see me out and I don't have makeup on, they know it's me. They like, oh, you know, I see you on the internet, whatever. I don't feel like I'm, I guess, any more or less attractive if I have my makeup on. I know I convey across a certain way on camera, like I want to look my better self, right? Which is like what I want to put on some makeup, but I don't feel like, oh, I see this guy out and I don't have no makeup on, like he ain't gonna think I'm cute. I've never thought that ever in my life.
Another thing is too, I guess if we were just to look at it like this, when it comes to like the makeup and the weave aspect, sometimes them doing that tries to show that they're trying to. Because then it's like, what if I go on a date with a chick and she like barefaced it?
Oh, you talking about putting in effort?
Yeah, like putting in
Okay.
effort. Like some of that shows like you are like putting in effort to be here. So like when Ashanti talk about like maybe doing like her interviews or something, like getting dolled up, putting on dresses and stuff like that. When she convey on camera, it's like, hey, this is what I do. This is my profession. I'm putting my best foot forward. That's
I can get that.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So it might be the same thing where a lot of women might think like, hey, I'm going on a date. I'm going out. I'm trying to get chose on. I want people to know that I'm putting my best foot forward. So
yeah, you know, because getting ready to go out, like it's fun, you know, like to do your makeup, to do your hair, to get in that space where you want to be received well.
Yeah.
It's putting you in a good energy, in a good space. If a guy invite me out and it's like a first time thing, it's not somebody I've been seeing for a while, and I don't have no makeup on, I feel like maybe it's a business meeting. You know what I mean? Like we just really linking up on particular thing and liking each other is not it. Because if I really liked you, I would have been in the makeup, you know, like making sure I smell good, my outfit look good, my hair looks nice, then I'm well received.
So everything can be meticulous because you want a certain reaction. I get it.
Yeah.
And see, that's what I'm thinking too. Like if we look at it from that aspect too, like sometimes it could be just I'm trying to put my best foot forward.
Yeah.
I can see that. But going back to, like I said, because they ride it from the looks of it. She's like, they had to spray pepper spray and they had their kids out there. So
they said people was getting hit by cars out there.
See, I ain't see the car, but I saw the crowd being so.
See, this is my opinion about all that what happened out there. Some of what you guys said too. I don't know if you guys are familiar with Jonathan Wright's like I guess like TV presence. He was on a show called Bad Boys, right? And they were doing some of that stuff. You know what I mean? Fighting and that aggressive behavior, that baddies behavior.
Oh, okay.
And so I think those were the fans of that show. And
so
like,
those people gonna kind of gravitate to doing those.
Yes,
I got
it wasn't. I don't think that was particularly just because, oh my God, they getting weaves and we finna snatch the weaves. He's already set the precedent and the standard that he's okay with violence, right? You know.
So, but you don't think people should be able to separate, hey, this is TV and we in the real world, like your ass gonna go to jail?
Not particularly when that's their lifestyle that they live in, right? Because there are people that watch baddies that reflect their life.
Yeah.
You know, they may not be traveling to these different countries, but the aggressiveness between women, the fighting, even Bad Girls Club, being in the house, fighting different women that you don't even know.
Yeah.
That's how people live. And so he was doing that. He came to Birmingham and was a judge on a TV show. They was fighting on there. You know what I mean? It's just that aura and that energy that he attracted. So I'm not shocked they went down there and tore it up.
And I done seen the street interviews with shout out my guy Mike Strange from Huntsville. He interviewed a lot of people. We talk about this, and you just look at the women that he interviewed, they automatically get in the camera when this get in the character when this camera is on them. Like they feel that on the show, man. The main character syndrome. Like I think you got a group of people that have been groomed and grew up in social media to where they think the real world operates in the same capacity that their social media world operates. They can't distinguish the two.
That's the sad part about it. Now, people don't know when to cut it on and off, and that's the issue. I think most adults understood that. See, we grew up with a thing called code switching.
Mhm.
Like, you know, when a certain person called, you talk a different way. When you're around this person, you act a certain type of way. And it wasn't on some fake shit. It's just you understood what the different environments that you're in and what type of energy that you're trying to convey. Now it's like, oh, I'm real. I'm me. I ain't gonna never change. I'm like this 24/7. So you're a retarded motherfucker every day. Like
Keeping it real goes wrong.
yeah, you keep like you can't be like that every time you go somewhere.
Yeah.
Like you gotta have some type of decorum. Like if you're gonna go to a business meeting and smell like a pound of weed, no, you're gonna want to have the best cologne, smelling a certain type of way. The conversations that you have, the way that you speak, you know, you're not gonna use as much profanity. So those things that I don't think a lot of people really just compute in their mind. And like I said, we had a thing, like I said, called code switching, and not necessarily. And I'm just using that, you know, loosely, because typically code switching was when, you know, you're around pretty much a white person, you act a little different, you know, than how you act when you with, you know, somebody black. But I'm just using that loosely just for an example. You know what I'm saying?
Answering the phone, like I told you, I got a lot of call center environment work experience, and I used to be good at what I did. Like, but I used to hear the women, you know, thank you for calling, you know, how may I help you, you know, and then get off of, yeah, good. They wanted billing, you know, they put the phone on mute and talk to the co. Yeah, good. This and he won't billing again, you know, but hey, Miss Brown, yes, I'm here. I'm about to transfer you now, you know, talking prim and proper. But to see that this character base, because you could kind of see, like if you pull up the baddies and any of these what they call reality TV stars, you can see somebody in your city in a club, party, wherever, emulating, dress like this same character and persona, as if they're them.
This is what I call back to when I say these motherfuckers is retarded. And the reason I say that is because there's no reason for you to be acting like a baddies in the club fighting. But then the amount of videos that me and you share between each other of just chicks out there fighting with the same uniform, the red color hair, the edges, the long fingernail, they all got the same kind of uniform on. They all look the same. They all talking the same. So it's like, dang, you would think that this behavior would be just for this TV show, but no, it's spilled over to real life, real world behavior, which is sad and scary. That's why if a chick say, yeah, I watch baddies or nah, you can don't move on. I don't even want to. Nah, we don't need to have no conversations, no nothing, because I know that shit pollute your mind. If you got one time for you to come in here and think you finna two-piece me like Shakara, that nah,